Hey you guys, happy Saturday. I actually took a break from Friday. It was such a busy but good day. So I said, but let me get back down here real quick and do my videos for you guys. So we had a crazy, crazy week. I know it was like absolutely insane for me. Obviously, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie because I know SpaceX was being released yesterday. I could have sworn that Nasdaq was gonna go to the freaking moon. It started doing some movement around 11 o'clock after the IPO, and it actually started trading. But it didn't do like the pop that I thought it did. But either way, I'm still pretty bullish on Nasdaq. So we know that this past week we have been selling off like crazy. We reached last week we made new highs, right? That was June 3rd, right? We're June 12th. So we had a week of sell-offs, taking profits, all this other stuff. But as you can see here, we did create some type of support at 28.27, right? This is NASDAQ futures. We have a slight bounce here. We didn't even touch the previous support of this low here, and we had a pull up, and then we have a pullback down here. But we didn't take out this low here. Okay, great sign for me to be like, okay, cool. Buyers are starting to step in. We didn't take out any previous lows. We're starting to look a little structurally, a little bit bullish. And I say structurally because we kind of usually know that when we're not taking out lower lows, we're going higher. When we start making higher highs, we're going in the right direction of going up. Just like when we start making lower lows, we're making a step to be in bearish. So my context clues, remember, we're always doing blues clues around here, right? We're always looking for our clues to tell us what the moves are possibly going to be. Now, granted, it can be completely opposite, but at least we have a better educated guess on what the move is going to be. So we have this low here at 2826. I'm sorry, 28 2000 28,266, right? All right, so we bounced off here off of the right above the support of 28 217 or 220. Bounce off, come back down with a nice little pullback, and now we're at 28,570. Cool. No taking out any of these previous lows. Great. I am still looking for buys at this point. This would be considered on the bigger structure, possibly a really good pullback, or it could be a start of a bear move. Now, why I say a bear move is because we took out previous lows on this side right here. Now, we just have to wait to see find out what the actual move is, because if we are a bear, we're not going to be able to take out any of these upper highs, the new high, right? If we're bullish, we're going to take all these highs and it's going to keep on running. Now, I could say that I think we're going to be pretty bullish because I do think once we get that SpaceX on Nasdaq for trading, I think people are going to go crazy. The IPO on it was 135 for Robinhood. I didn't get any shares. I'm okay with that. I'm waiting for the back, and I know, like, girl, were you waiting for the pullback? Look, I'll dollar average in. It doesn't matter to me because when it gets too high, I'll just sell and wait for it to come back down. But I can't be crying over spilled milk. I just didn't do what I mean, like, I put it in my application. It is what it is. And we just move on. We'll wait for a good number that you think it's going to be at, and then just hope that it turns out right. When you make your profits, pull out and then wait for a retracement or whatever you need to do. The thing about the stock market is that you have to understand the game and play the game the right way. All right, cool. So anyway, back to this. So NASDAQ about on Thursday at noon, we had the support here, and then we had a big, big bullish push, right? We have all these green candles here. Let's take a look at these candles. Look at that, right? We had a little bit of consolidating here and then boom, push up. Now we started doing some more consolidation. We did start to like taper off right here. So right here is where I would put a support line at because everything is hitting this point, this price point. This price point is about 29,677, almost 80, right? So we bounce, like we try to hit that, we come back down. We hit it again, we're here and again, we do a breakthrough, but we come back down, we sell off, right? So we're trying to gather up some more people to come up and try to break through this ceiling. This ceiling becomes resistance. Once we break through this, this will come support, right? Because once this is a strong line here. I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker. this right here is a strong line. All right. So I will be looking at this for trading wise. Now, for me, I am thinking more bullish run. I am thinking that we are going to attempt to take out this high for 30 and then try to go to 32 next week. I don't know. That's what I see. I could absolutely be wrong, and I'm okay with that. I will just change my plan of trades accordingly. But just looking at it, we are not that far from our previous high. We're not. We're about 1,000, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 1,200 points away from 30,000. And we all know that NASDAQ can do that in a day easily if it has enough power. It can definitely do that in a day. So that's my perspective on NASDAQ, right? I do think next week we will pretty much be a bullish. I would love to see how we open. If we have a gap up, that would be beautiful because we know gap ups usually mean like, okay, our true target is upward. Even if we do a pullback to fill the gap, that just means that we're filling the gap to get more money to go towards upwards. All right. Next one is going to be Spy. Same thing. Spy is, they are sisters. They mirror each other. The only difference really is slight structure, but most of the times is very similar. But also the price point, right? Because Spy is more affordable for us versus NASDAQ. NASDAQ is price wise is insane. So is US 30, but whatever. So again, we had a nice little sell-off, came down, created support right here. Whew, I tell you, my support lines be on point, right? Bounced off, came up, did not take out any. We came right here to another support, came back up, we wicked out. So we took some more liquidity and sold back down, right? Now, actually, support was created on this candle. Like as you looked at NASDAQ, it was this candle that made support, but this one made the support. So this one stopped at 7,229. So I would kind of say that if you're a patterns person, this is almost an upside down head shoulders, right? So you have the shoulder come down, the head come up, come down, but it doesn't take out anything. But this pattern starts to show me like a reversal for upside down to go back up. Cool. So we have support here at 7,230-ish. And we go up, we pull back. We do not take out any previous lows. No previous lows are taken out. We bounce up and we come up, we take out this high here. Beautiful. So we start to do a little accumulation here, a little consolidation here. We do a little pop up, not too much, right? Because this is Friday. It's a lot. It's a big news day. I feel like nobody knows really what to do. I know there were a lot of puts put in, there was a lot of calls put in. It was a interesting Friday, but at the same time, it almost seemed like a typical Friday because not too much real movement was made. All right, so we have a lot of like fidgeting at this area here, right here, right? Again, gonna say pretty much probably bullish on this area because we're not taking out any previous lows. We do a lot of like movement. I feel like there's a lot of accumulating here. And we have like I can't really find the support here. Maybe right there, maybe right here. We can make this one support. So what I would like to see for open again is possibly a gap up, kind of pull back and then shoot back up. So our previous high on SPY is 7,636. I don't think I have it charted for anything for a higher high, but who knows? We might be even aiming for 7,800. I'll update this chart to see what possibly we could be some other targets that we're looking at, so we can look at that. And go from there. Next one we have is gold. I left this on purpose because I am just so proud of myself with my charting. But as I said previously on Wednesday, we blew right through this point right here. We took out this low here and we created a nice support here at 4,040. Put one here, make that a little bit lower. Right. So let's take a look at the left. Anything over here on the left? Wow. If this isn't like good information right here, that line that I just drew at 4,040, look at that support right here. Boom. It hit it right on the nose. That's crazy. And you saw me do it. Like I wasn't even looking to the left. I wanted to see if it was actually going to go anywhere. So this is a great information for us because we know like a lot of buyers were at this area, right? Cool. So that's great. So let's clean this chart up for you just a little bit. So we're going to take out this 15-minute fair value gap because it didn't do anything. And we're going to take out this 50-minute order block because that didn't do anything either. All right, so we can pretty much change this trend line. Technically, we are still underneath this red trend line for selling off. But because we know that gold runs similar to the indexes, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a nice little bullish move upward. Again, charting wise, we are making some higher highs. Here's your support right here, came back, pull, came up, right? Came down. We created a nice support here at this level here. Uh, all right, beautiful. We have a nice support area here, came through, bounced off, coming through, came through, bounce off, bounce off. We didn't even go to the support to bounce off again. So let's see if we can create another resistance or support area that we would like to see broken. So I would like to see this line broken for a continuation to take out this high, right? Because we do have now that we're on almost on equal territory here, that we're going to be aiming to take out this high here. Beautiful. All right, hold on. I hear heavy footsteps. You know what's crazy? I usually have to sneak my recordings in with my son because he's so spoiled. He's so used to me being home. So when I try to like sneak away, he always want to be with me, but he don't know how to be quiet. He don't know how to sit and be quiet. All right. So anyway, I'm looking for bullish moves on gold. I would love to see this move right here, take out this high pullback, and then come up and start to cross over that red trend line. Now, granted, we do still have some things down here below to work on. So we'll see how it really does tend to be up because maybe we'll do a pull up to the trend line, right? And then pull back down, tap this area. This area, why do I have this area done? Let's see. Oh, that's that area that I was talking about earlier in the week. That big consolidation zone of where we had that major run up on gold. So as you can see, we're really not that far away. We really are not that far away from it. So here we go. And if you look here, we have the lower lows, right? This took this out. So it'd be interesting to see that if we go up here, bounce down a little bit more, come down, come pull back up, tap this, and then we continue our ride back up to over 5,000. So we can always go check the analysts to see what they think if we're going to be still going to be pretty high price on gold eventually. I think eventually we'll get there. I think we need to go and tap our original source of power, which is at that area of consolidation that we did last year in August, April to August. All right. So that's the last one is going to be oil. Oil had me all messed up last week. I did not know what was going on with oil. For a moment, I thought we were going to go bullish because we didn't take out any previous lows. And then all of a sudden we capped and then sold right off. So I had to change my thought process. I had to change my thought process from bullish to bearish very quickly. It worked out in my favor once I did the change around. Um, and that's just what you have to do sometimes. So I definitely I believe I went long here thinking that we were really going to take out these highs because we did not make this previous low here. Let me get this here. You can see why. So we bounced off here, right? Bounced off, came up here, pull back, did not take out this low. Okay, again, my context clues are telling me that we're bullish. We did do a nice little bull run, right? This is 3 candles on a 4 hour. We did, but we capped off right here. Right here is where we capped off, right? We didn't take out this high. Ah, this is a beautiful reversal. And what did it do? It just sold right down. Pull back, but sold back down, broke this support. Came down, pulled back, teetering around this support area, selling back off. Now, what am I interested in oil? I am interested in filling this gap right here, right? This gap right here is 81 to 79.8, right? Then if we fill that one, this gap is a little bit lower. This gap is down here. So this is a long way to go for me. I mean, that brings that back down, that bad boy back down to $61. Now, if it does, that's great for us on when we go to fill up our tank, right? But I'm interested to see because oil is so geopolitical that I don't know what we're going to do. So this one for long term, I don't know. Like long term, I probably wouldn't be paying anything long term. If I did put it long term, I would be following my stop, like my take profit or stop loss. I would be trailing that just to make sure it doesn't do a quick reversal. Because who knows? The next thing you know, we can be fighting with the next country next to Iran and whatever. So anyway, I would love to see this sell off here, fill this gap, bounce back up this support line, and sell back down. Now, if we sell back down to this area, all gaps are filled, which would be interesting because this is where I think this is our swing point and when we start to do that run up on oil. So it would be interesting to see what happens in this area of interest. So once we close this gap, pull back, start to sell off again because this is all bearish, right? We have a high here, come down, a bounce, doesn't take out that previous high. All right, so we sell off again. We bounce here. We did not take nowhere over here, right? We sell off, still not taking any previous highs, not taking any previous highs. Like I had said before, this was just in a huge consolidation zone. I didn't know what was going on. But now that we're looking back, hindsight is 2020, right? So now that we're looking back, we just have lower highs, lower highs. So we're just going to start to bear off and sell off. Now, how far we're going to go, nobody really truly knows. But good markers to be looking at is our previous supports, right? So we have a support at 74.76, or you can do 74.80, which is actually pretty good because I have some other areas that are touching that same support, right? We can also do, this one looks pretty good, okay, at 67.80. It hits, I'll bring this over for you guys. This is support here. This is resistance, and this is around the support area, right? And then eventually this gap right here at 61.10 to 50.59. So that would be interesting. I would see that. I could see that happening in the next maybe 2 to 3 months. So if you wanted to do like a swing trade on oil via options, you can try to do like go on to match the chart that matches oil and possibly do like a 3 to 6 month contract. If you are able to afford the futures, even a mini to hold it over, it'd be interesting to see how that contract. And I would do this with the paper account. I wouldn't be doing this with real money because you want to practice. If you want to learn how to swing trade or have longer trades and be able to have the patience and fortitude to hold these trades, I think that's a good way to practice even with Forex, because Forex, the margin is not expensive, I would consider holding this trade for a long time. I would probably put in an account, put my stop loss. Every time I saw that we had a pullback, I would put my stop loss there. So that way I would be in profit if it does reverse on me. But I would like to play around with that. And even with any of the accounts, you can do a paper trade practice. That's the key about it. You don't have to make money today, but you can make money in the future. So those are my outlooks on the futures. Okay, we went over Nasdaq and I'm sorry, Nasdaq and SPY, which I'm hoping that it would be bullish just from the context clues that I'm looking at. I would think bullish on this one. Also, oil I'm bearish, and gold I'm bullish. So let's see how this next week turns out. It's going to be very interesting. We have a lot going on. Obviously, the world, always changes the stock market, but well, all this new IPO talk, and now, you know, um, Elon is the first trillionaire, kudos to him, but whatever. Let's stay focused on the charts and let's stay focused on trying to earn income that, by by learning everything that we know, we are able to make money while we're still working and having time with our family and doing everything like that. So that's my thought process. If you guys like the video, please thumbs up the video or just comment, let me know if there's anything that you would like me to change, anything like that. I'm happy to do this. I would really like my videos to be like a good like outlook for you guys, especially even if it's for the week or the month. I really love doing this. I look at the charts all day. It's like my favorite my favorite TV show is on, right? And we already know that this is on 23 hours a day. So I'm always like, shh, this is my favorite show. Where's the popcorn? So, but you guys have a great weekend. See you on the charts. Let's see how Sunday opens. Sunday night opens going into Monday. I hope you guys have a great, fantastic weekend and take care.